Hi everyone, it's Dot, and today we're going to be making a great treat that you can either use as an appetizer if you have friends over, or you can use it as a snack. We're going to be making stuffed mushrooms. The wonderful thing about mushrooms is you can stuff them with anything. It really is up to you what you want to use. I'm going to be using a walnut pesto, and I'll have a link below to the video where I've already shown you how to make a walnut pesto. But the first thing you got to do is take your mushrooms and clean them. So now you got the stem here. You want to just take the stem out, and I like to just go back and forth and just sort of pull it out and to get a clean cut. There's a little bit of the stem left in there, but we're going to go ahead and take it out fairly easily. And what I like to do is, you see this white part, which is sort of the overhang of the mushroom. I tend to take that out. You don't have to, that really is up to you. But all I'm going to do is use my knife, my paring knife, and just start cutting around and trimming this part of the mushroom. And you're going to basically create a clean little ledge in a way for it. Now my other trusty little gadget that I use is very, very high tech. It is a half a teaspoon spoon. And it almost doubles as a melon scooper in a way, a melon baller. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the gills now of the mushroom. You want to take that out completely. You're doing this to create more room. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you get more stuffing in here. And then any of the excess, which I had a little bit of the stem, I basically take out with my scooper. And with that, I basically create a nice little pouch that's going to hold my pesto and the cheese that's going to go in here as well. Now, to make stuffed mushrooms really just taste awesome, you want to use really good cheese. I'm using a ricotta cheese, and not just any ricotta cheese. I'm using full fat or whole milk ricotta cheese. You can use cream cheese, you can use cheddar, goat, whatever you like. You just want to make sure it's soft enough so you can mix all the ingredients together and easily stuff the mushrooms. The other ingredient, which I mentioned before, is my walnut pesto, garlic, a little bit of my house seasoning, and again, I'll have the link below for what that is, which is sea salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. I want a little bit of a stronger garlic flavor with this. And then I have some grated Parmesan cheese that I'm adding. Before you stuff your mushrooms, you always want to taste your stuffing. Otherwise, what's the point? Perfect. Doesn't need anything else. Now, I'm using Crimini mushrooms or brown mushrooms, but my recipe calls for white button mushrooms, simply because the white button mushroom is lower in carb. I do like the flavor of Crimini mushrooms, and they were on sale, which is why I'm using them. But I wanted to give you an idea of size. My recipe calls for medium mushrooms. So you got large, medium, small. I have mostly large mushrooms, and the reason why is this is what happens when you ask your husband to go to the store to get medium-sized mushrooms. His thought was, I'll get the biggest ones because they all looked small to him. Just keep that in mind when you get them. Doesn't matter, they'll still be just as tasty. But now what we're gonna do is stuff them. All you take is, you take your little scoop, and you literally just stuff them in there, just like that. Bingo, that's how hard this is. So I'm going to stuff the rest of these, and then we're going to add yet more cheese. Ta-da! Cheese, as I promised. I'm using just shredded Parmesan, and all you're going to do is take a little bit and put it on top of each one. Just like a pinch, if you will, on top of each. All right, I had already greased the pan before I put the mushrooms on, but these are going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. The mushrooms are out of the oven. They smell absolutely wonderful. I just want to dig right in. I will say this, I have a few mushrooms that are missing, if you can see. I had 21 mushrooms. I don't anymore because my husband decided he needed to test them before I even had a chance to even look at them. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give a little taste test because that is what I am supposed to do, not my cameraman. But anyway, bon appetit. These are amazing. They're just awesome. The flavor is just incredible. The pesto is just tasty as get out. The Parmesan really makes it it adds a nice little mouthfeel after the fact. The nice thing about these is not many of them will basically fill you up because this is a very fatty recipe. Healthy fat, always, but very low in carb. And it's just delicious and wonderful. So I hope you give them a try. If you enjoy the video, go ahead, hit like, share with your friends, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see ya.